Hello everyone, Guardian E here with an analysis and breakdown video for the latest upgrade to Caeda in Fire Emblem Heroes. With the latest update came a number of interesting refinement options for some older characters to buff them back into relevancy. For Talus Heart Caeda, this meant the addition of a legendary weapon called the Wing Sword. Now before we talk about the Wing Sword, let's go ahead and refresh ourselves on Caeda's current stat spread within the game. At neutral, Caeda rocks 36 HP, 25 attack, 37 speed, 24 defense, and 34 resistance. It should be noted that attack is Caeda's super boon, giving her a +4 boost to her damage output. Wow, well, what to say about Caeda? Many have overlooked her due to her rather pathetic attack even with a boon. Her strong stats are clearly speed and resistance, which felt like an odd speciality for a melee sword unit that didn't have an inherent distant counter. This led many to pass on her for more offensively oriented or physically bulky red sword flyer alternatives. So let's take a look at Caeda's Wing Spear from past Fire Emblem games. Caeda's Wing Spear was an exclusive star rank weapon for her that debuted in Fire Emblem Shadow Dragon. Many people were surprised that Caeda was introduced into Heroes as a sword unit, when she's most commonly known as a lance flyer in her own game. The Wing Spear was a weapon that could only be equipped on Caeda, and featured effective damage against both cavalry and armored units, leading most people to believe that the Wing Sword addition to Heroes would mirror this dual effective power. And it seems like they were right, at least in part. Caeda's Wing Sword features 16 might, in line with other legendary weapons, and has effective damage against both cavalry and armored units, which, considering the current meta in Heroes, is a powerful asset to have. They have been dropping banner after banner of powerful armored units, which are currently plaguing Arena, and cavalry has always been a popular and dangerous free-to-play choice. Through refinement, the Wing Sword also gains an additional Flashing Blade effect, meaning that as long as Caeda's speed is 1 over her opponent, she gains an additional special charge with her every attack. This is absolutely huge, as most of these cooldown reducing skills like Steady Breath, Wrath, and Flashing Blade are flyer restricted. Caeda now has the unique ability to utilize this skill, and it complements her speed-oriented stat line as well. Let's take a look at an example build. With this build, Caeda will be able to fully take advantage of her Flashing Blade effect and considerable resistance by focusing on boosting her speed and stacking those ploys. Swift Sparrow is a fantastic option for her A slot, as it patches her overall weaker offensive power while also granting her some additional speed. Her default Darting Blow is also a great budget option. Desperation in her B slot will allow her to double unhindered once she reaches the appropriate HP threshold. Speed Ploy for her C slot and Defense Ploy for her Seal will allow her to double debuff enemies in 2 critical areas. Not only will this ensure that she has more speed than her opponent, so as to enable the Flashing Blade effect, but it will also allow her to do more damage with her otherwise low attack stat, by lowering her opponent's defense. For her special, she can run Moonbow, which will allow her to proc the special with every single engagement where she doubles, or she can run something Meteor, like Iceberg, which will do fantastic damage given her significant resistance stat. She will proc Iceberg on her first physical encounter where she ends up taking a single hit. Caeda also makes for an interesting Wind Sweep user, as her speed stat will allow her to take advantage of the Wind Sweep effect, effectively making her a Fire Sweep Zambato Armor Smasher, except that she can't double. But this would allow her to safely poke and weaken opponents, and further charge up her devastating Iceberg or Glacis activation. So, who pairs best with the new and improved Caeda? Despite the added power of the Wing Sword, Caeda still needs and appreciates flyer buffs, and Blue Lance flyers such as Hinoka are a great pairing, offering Hone Flyers, increased mobility offered by Hinoka's Spear, and color triangle coverage. New Year's Azura similarly offers Hone support and color coverage, but with the additional advantage of letting Caeda take additional turns via her dance ability. Brave Lucina and Ephraim are both Lance users who will assist by boosting Caeda's speed, something that will greatly increase the effectiveness of her Wing Sword. Camilla can help tank blue mage threats and offer additional enemy phase support. And lastly, falchion users such as Caeda's hubby, Marth, now feature drive or spur spectrum skills on refinement, and Caeda will fully appreciate and take advantage of those boosts to her attack, her speed, and her resistance. And that concludes my quick breakdown and analysis video for Caeda's new wing sword. I think that this is definitely a step in the right direction and is an exciting new addition to Flyers, increasing the viability of what was previously an otherwise lackluster unit. But what do you think? How are you planning on using Caeda now, if at all? Let me know in the comments below. Hopefully you enjoyed the video, and if you did, please don't forget to leave a like and subscribe, as it really does help us out a lot. Truly, thank you all so much for watching, and until next time, protect those skies.